Hello, Peter. How are you?
Hey, Alfonso, how you doing?
Today we have Peter Gibney, a dear old friend. We went to high school together. Coincidentally, we both ended up being photographers. Once a photographer, die a photographer, as we say. And Peter was a pet photographer. He had his own business for over 16 years. He sold that a couple of years ago, and he's still a very successful commercial photographer. I'll be putting his website details at the bottom of this video. But today I've given him the challenge to talk about his favorite images in and around Melbourne. Take it away, Peter.
Thanks, Alfonso. So we'll start with this shot. So this was taken earlier this year in Docklands, the Docklands precinct, which is quite a new area of Melbourne. There's lots of interesting architecture there. And this one in particular, this building caught my eye. And I went down at dusk and yeah, it was lovely light, some nice texture with the clouds in the background, just the lights coming on some of the buildings as well. And the setting sun just hit that, the facade of that building and bounced it off. And you've got that sort of lovely effect from golden down the bottom right up to the top of the building. And I like the space around the shot as well. I actually, they've built in some parklands down there. So I shot this in the middle of an oval looking across to the new city skyline. So that's the first one that I'd like to share with you. The second one, now this one is right in the centre of Melbourne. It's actually at the corner of Lonsdale Street and Spencer Street. Now Melbourne's quite famous for its streets and laneways and some of the street artists there. This one was actually a commissioned piece by a Glaswegian based artist called Smug, and you can see his name on the pocket there of the gentleman. Now these two people are actually his grandparents, and the artwork is quite stunning, and it caught my eye one day. It's on an old decommissioned power station, which you can see just up in the top right hand corner of the shot. Don't know if you can see that there behind his grandmother's head. And it's actually 4 stories high, this piece. So it's an incredibly big art piece. And I just like the guys walking along the street. It was raining, just to give it a little bit of perspective at the size of it there. This is on the Yarra River, and it's Swan Street Bridge, which has just had these pink lights fitted on it, which look fantastic at night time. And there's a city skyline in the background as well. And yeah, just love the reflection off the water, lots of colour there, and the line cutting across the middle of the shot. Yeah, there's plenty of skyline shots along the Yarra River. Now, the final shot I'm going to share with you is, this is not Melbourne, in case you were wondering. This is northeastern Victoria, where I grew up. And this shot is just off the Hume Freeway near Millawar and Wangaratta. And Alfonso and I have been lucky enough to do a few road trips over the years. And he always, well, he's taught me to look out just for solitary trees in paddocks. And this one caught my eye one evening just on sunset. And what I like about this shot is the mist was just starting to settle across the grass in the paddock. And there's a lot of beef farms in this area, and you can see across the bottom of the tree here, the straight line where the cows have eaten the trees and the branches up to a certain height, but no higher. And just lovely colour in the sky in the background as well. So they're the 4 shots that I've decided to share with you today. I hope you've enjoyed them.
Thank you so much for that. That was really good. I appreciate that explanation. That was really interesting. So as you heard it, guys, Peter has been working with me for many years at Melbourne Photography Tours. If you're ever interested in hiring him for a private lesson, he's also a very qualified and experienced teacher, tutor, and you can also join him on any of the Saturday classes, afternoon or night, in the city of Melbourne. Thank you so much today for your time, Peter. Stay safe, and look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Thanks, Fons. Chat soon.
All the best. Thank you.